Hey guys, welcome back. The lovely people at AO.com thought, you know what Adam needs? He needs a Surface Pro 4. That's right. So here it is, the Surface Pro 4, and very first thoughts. Yeah, it's really impressive. Up until now, I've only ever had an iPad or an Android tablet, and I was first thinking, do you know what? I'm really not too sure about a Windows operating system on a tablet. I've never had any kind of interest with regards to a Windows phone. I've been happy with my Android phone ever since I made the jump over from iOS. I honestly thought I'd be the same with a tablet, but you know what? Spoiler alert. No, not so much. This is the fourth iteration of the Surface, and by looking at other reviews of previous models, this is the first one that actually really truly makes sense. It comes bundled with their pen, which is a nice little addition, and it's magnetic. It actually sticks with a pretty powerful magnet straight onto the side. You can switch out the actual nibs for other types of nibs if you wish, and the top is not only a hotkey, it's also an eraser. Yeah. Back to school. Once you've got it all set up, to log in, it uses a setup that I first saw about maybe 8 years ago on a Toshiba satellite laptop, but it never kind of worked. Watch this. It's got a little infrared up here, and that actually lights up my face through the actual iris. And if I go to start it up, making sure it's me and I'm logged in. I mean, that's pretty impressive. As always with Windows, there will be constant updates. A lot of people moan about that kind of thing, but let's be honest, we prefer it to be updated and the security things be right at the top. As you can hear, oh, it stopped now. There is actually a built-in fan in this which will kick in whenever it needs to. When it's started up, it's a full version of Windows 10. It's not running Windows Metro or Windows RT. As you can see between the two, it's exactly the same. However, the Surface Pro is faster. I've had a little bit of play with this for a little while. It has a setup feature straight off the bat in the start menu. You can just hit Surface there and it actually steps you right the way through, which is a nice little touch actually. It also explains stuff about the pen that it comes with. The pen, as I said, has short keys. If at any point you need to make a note on anything, one click on the top and that brings up their menu. If you hit two presses, it actually takes a screen grab of whatever is actually on the screen at the time, and you have a number of options to notify things, and you can undo them and all that kind of stuff. And here's a nice little thing. You say you're writing like this. Oh no, that's a mistake. Turn it round. Remember what the eraser on your old HB pencils? It only erases full lines. So say I've gone like this. If you touch it, it will erase that whole thing. You can't just erase slight parts. But who's to say that there aren't programs out there or being developed now that will actually be able to utilize both the pen and the eraser tool at the same time. You are also able to use this as a pointing device, as you've seen me use, and you can use this to drag and drop around if you prefer not to use your finger. There is an optional keyboard / cover that also you can get with this. AO sent me one of those as well, so have a little look towards the end of the video. I'll chuck up a card for the review on that as well. So this is the 128GB SSD model. It has 4GB of RAM. A couple of the things about it, it actually has the Core i5 processor. Yes, a Core i5 processor is in here. If you're looking at one of these, make sure if you're wanting the best quality processor, you go for the Core i5. It's also available with the Core M. They're relatively untested at the moment, so I'd kind of stay away from them if you're purchasing around now or in the near future. It's a 64-bit system, which is what you'd hope and expect. But this is the thing with this tablet. It's forgetting that it's a tablet, because in all honesty, this is a fully working laptop. The multitasking support is absolutely fantastic. You can run as many tabs as you want within Chrome. Obviously, it does come with Microsoft Edge, but the only use of Microsoft Edge is to download Google Chrome, right? Isn't that right? Or Firefox, or anything other than Microsoft Edge. The kickstand on the back does allow for various angles of support. not only absolutely straight up, but also virtually flat to the desk as well. Particularly if you are a designer, a sketch artist, any kind of that kind of creative field, it's a perfect size. And if you are a user of the graphics tablets by Wacom or anything like that, the Bamboos, this might just be a game changer for you. It's very, very intuitive. Looking at my handwriting, I honestly could have been a doctor if I wasn't so stupid. It feels lovely. It actually ignores your palm. When you're in the writing mode, it ignores your palm, so you can't necessarily write anything. The minute that you do that, it brings up stuff. So I mean, it's very, very intuitive with that. The one thing that I will say that could be a negative or seen as a negative with this is around the same reason why I got a Kindle rather than used my tablet to read books when I was on holiday. And that's purely because I got the Kindle because I didn't want the temptation to be able to do anything else. And obviously on a Kindle, you can read books or buy more books. Of course, there's the experimental browser, but who really uses that? If I'd have used my tablet, I would have been tempted to play games, to go on Facebook, check my emails. And that's the thing with this. Because it can do more, you're really tempted to push it to do more. And of course you should and you can. However, I was running Lightroom on this and I was getting really, really annoyed because it started to go only a tiny, tiny little bit laggy. And I had to remind myself that I am using what is effectively a tablet. And I should kind of keep that in mind. But it's so much more powerful than a tablet. The front-facing speakers, which are here, are surprisingly good. In all honesty, in a small to medium-sized room, it's perfect for moderate media consumption. It wouldn't be great for more than 2 people to be sat around watching something. However, the viewing angles on this are actually quite exceptional. So plugging in a small set of speakers and you'd be fine to be watching it with what, 4, 5, maybe 6 people. I'm thinking back to my days on working on the cruise ships and having one of these in a cabin. You could have a proper cabin party with one of these. So who's it for? Well, it was designed to take on the market of the ultrabook style laptops. It's not the best tablet out there. It's not the best laptop out there. However, with the optional keyboard, which also doubles as a cover, it really is a viable option. But one thing to be pointing out, if you're the kind of person that likes to sit with a laptop on your knee, that's not going to cut it. However, on a train, a plane, anything with a side table, or maybe at a coffee shop, if most of your keyboard work is done on a flat surface, then this could be perfect for you. Of course, the tablet does support an on-screen keyboard and it can run all the way across the screen in landscape mode and of course in portrait mode, but it's not really designed for heavy use. It's an impressive piece of tech. If you're looking for an upgrade on your current tablet or even on your current laptop and you're looking for something with a slimmer profile, a lot lighter, because this really isn't that heavy. It's heavier maybe than a lot of tablets, but it's nowhere near as heavy as most laptops these days. All in all, it's a contender, and even more, it's quality. It's a really, really good product. It's not necessarily something that I was expecting to get. You can tell that they've gone away and they've tinkered from the first Surfaces and the Windows RT and the Windows Metro, and they've managed not only to get a full version of Windows 10 on this tablet, they've also managed to get it working very, very well. The display is perfect. I will put it up there with the likes of the Retina display on the iPad. It's gorgeous. Nothing is crushed. There's no visible pixels. Jumping into Trevor Noah on Netflix, and as you can see, although it's pretty dark, if I can get that in focus, it's an absolutely beautiful panel to view. It really is as good as any of the Pro Retinas from Apple. One thing that did take a bit of getting used to is there's no home button or back button. On even on the iPad, you get the home button at the bottom. Even the Samsung tablets that I have, they have a home button, a back button, a multitasking button, and you kind of get used to that. Within this, there's absolutely no buttons other than the power and the volume rocker. So it's kind of keeping that in mind, and it's remembering, of course, yeah, it's the Windows key and all that kind of thing. One thing to remember is that a single press is a click and a long press is a right click, just like on a desktop or a laptop with the mouse or trackpad. And of course, speaking about trackpad, the cover slash case slash keyboard does have a glass trackpad on there. The review of the optional keyboard will be coming very soon. Chuck a card up here when that is ready. If you're in the market for such a thing, this really could be the one. It's good quality, it's well made, it feels durable, it's a quality product. Well done to Microsoft. You've got a winner here. Thanks again to AO for hooking me up with this one. Link in the description below where to get it. If you're brand new here, consider subscribing. Always got tech reviews, tutorials, all things regarding to that. If you've enjoyed it, maybe consider clicking the like button. It really helps out the channel. Most importantly, thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.